Hi everyone, welcome to the YouTube channel of Get Set Law by IMS. My name is Sanjana Chauhan, your mentor, and this is the last video in which we are going to discuss the logical reasoning section of CLAT 2024, the last passage, right? You can take recourse to the last 3 videos, and in this video again, like I mentioned, we'll be discussing the passage, the 4th passage here. Alright, so let's just start discussing the passage, okay? This passage again is talking about words and the power of words to create a different kind of narrative and experience for the user or the reader. Let's look further into it, right? Words remain an enigma and their presence with human sphere is a unique mystery, right? So what is the usage of the word? What is the transformative power of words is what the passage talks about. They form the intricate tapestry that convinces us of our existence, right? Blurring lines between fact and fiction. Most of this passage is very descriptive in nature. And engagement with words is the most captivating. A lot of adjectives are used here, enchanting, and sometimes daunting encounter with the world. A word which is a symbolic entity. It's a symbolic entity formed from the ethereal. It exists neither, I repeat, neither as animate nor inanimate, right? So the word cannot be termed as something which is animate and inanimate, right? Yet it pulsates with life and it is a symbolic entity. It's symbolic of certain things, right? It can emanate warmth or coldness, which means it can provide or spread warmth or coldness. It can absorb emotions, so it's very diverse in its, in its content, or stand as dry as a rock. Words can provoke smiles and elicit joy. So everything here is written very metaphorically, right? Words can provoke smiles and elicit joy. They are like glowworms, momentarily dispelling the surrounding darkness and act as life-saving rafts amid the tumultuous ocean waves. Tumultuous here implies the very topsy-turvy, upside-down things, right? Words also grant us the ability to explore the universe and to see a world in a grain of sand, right? As William Blake noted, they impart a semantic existence to the lifeless and bestow aesthetic form upon the formless. Scriptures say the word is the world. I say the world within the word is the abode of faith. Right? So the entire language of this passage is very flowery in nature. Students, I always advise, do not feel intimidated because the questions following the passage were quite easy to solve. Right? So the language is very poetic, very flowery. The author has used a lot of metaphors to compare words to the different functions that they provide, right? And overall, the author has a very, a deep emotion of appreciation for the power of words, right? This is all that the passage is about. Let's just start looking at the questions. The first one, what is the central theme of the passage? The author is talking about the transformative power of words, right? So let's just look at the options and let's see if there is an option which aligns with it. A, the history of the human language. This is out of context. We are only focusing on words, not human language. B, the impact of words on human existence, right? So again, this is something which is emphasized in much detail in the passage. This is the correct central theme of the passage. C says the importance of storytelling. Again, storytelling is not the main theme of the passage. We can eliminate it. D says the mystery of human cognition. Cognition here implies understanding. Now, what humans understand, what is the procedure, what is the mystery about it is not mentioned in the passage. So this again is incorrect. Correct option for this question will be B. Next question. According to the passage, what does a word symbolize? Alright. So it was clearly mentioned in the passage that a word is a symbolic entity, but it is neither animate nor inanimate. So when you look at the options, we can clearly eliminate A and we can eliminate B. But here we have to think a little logically and commonsensically. We cannot really deem words as something which is tangible. In fact, it is a very abstract concept. And since it's abstract, it becomes an intangible concept, right? So the correct option here for this question will be option D, right? Look at the next question. How does the passage describe the word's ability to affect emotions? Again, for this, we have to look at the options. A, words can evoke only positive emotions? No. It's clearly mentioned in the passage that words can emanate warmth or coldness. And sometimes they can also be daunting, right? So it's not like their, power is only limited to evoking positive emotions. So this is very narrow. We can eliminate it. Words can absorb emotions and become emotions themselves. This is the best option here that we can choose, this is the correct option. C says words have no impact. Obviously, they do influence or affect our emotions. So this is incorrect. D says words can be devoid of emotions. This is incorrect. Words will always influence and have some emotions to them. Those emotions can emanate warmth or coldness is what the passage discusses. So correct option for this question is B. Look at the next question. An engagement with words is the most captivating, enchanting, and sometimes daunting encounter with the world. Now, which of the following conclusions can be inferred from the above statement, right? So, simply focus on this statement alone in the passage. A says words can be used to manipulate others. Now, manipulation is a very far-fetched idea here. We can clearly eliminate this. B says the power of words should be used carefully. Nowhere in the passage does the author emphasize on the readers or the users to exercise caution while using words, right? That tone is something which cannot be determined. So we can obviously eliminate B. C, words can capture the atrocities of the world. Now, atrocities also again makes it a little too extreme. And also that this option is very, it just talks about one point. Because when we focus on the statement here, it says that an engagement with words can be very captivating, it can be enchanting, and it can be daunting as well, sometimes only. So when we look at C, it just captures only a part of what the statement possibly implies. So we can eliminate C, right? Look at D. Words can paint a picture of the world in all its different colors, right? So this is the diversity that an engagement of words will provide the reader with. So the correct option here will be D. Look at the next question. Which of the following strengthens the author's idea of words being like glowworms momentarily dispelling the surrounding darkness? Now, this was the tricky question for this passage. Simply, if we just read the statement, words act like glowworms momentarily dispelling the surrounding darkness, right? So, words do help us in avoiding the surrounding darkness, even though if it's of a temporary nature, right? Look at option A. Words help in understanding reality. Maybe this does not seem that bad an option, but we can obviously try to eliminate the rest of the options. So we'll keep A on the side for the timing. B says, words illuminate the mind of the reader. Quite a popular option amongst the students who took CLAT 2024. We'll keep this on the side as well, because both these options somehow appear as being aligned with the statement mentioned here. C says, words help in escaping reality. Now, escaping reality is a little far-fetched, and clearly this is not the correct option. D says words cast darkness in the mind of the reader. This is not the interpretation of the statement here, because they are described like glowworms that will dispel the surrounding darkness and not that they will cast darkness. So this is the exact opposite. Now, between A and B, the correct option is A. Words help in understanding reality and not words help illuminate the mind of the reader. Now, there does not really lie a very proper explanation of why A is better than B. The CLAT consortium went with option A, that words help in understanding reality. A lot of students did feel that B is equally correct, but maybe according to the CLAT consortium, illuminating the mind of the reader is a very broad concept and not as specific as A, which maybe more specifically or a little more directly answers the question. So according to this question, the correct option was option A. And a lot of objections regarding this question were also raised where students felt that the correct option should be B, but the correct option was option A. Look at the last question for the last passage of CLAT 2024 Logical Reasoning. In the context of the passage, what is the significance of the word within the word? Right? Note how that statement also uses something about the abode of faith, right? So maybe we can choose an option that mentions something along the similar lines. Look at A. It refers to the power of language to create inspiration, energy, and faith. We can keep it on the side because it does mention faith. B says it signifies the author's love for the global community. Now, this is very far-fetched, right? Author's love for the global community can be eliminated because we have to focus on what the significance of this phrase here is, the word within the word. C. It represents the mysteries hidden in the language. Again, the mysterious part is something which is not emphasized in that part, so we can eliminate it. D says it describes the author's mission to explore different cultures. Now, this is absolutely out of context. We can eliminate this, and therefore the correct option by way of elimination is option A. It refers to the power of language to create inspiration, energy, and faith. So yes, that's it about CLAT 2024 logical reasoning. We end the segment with that. I hope you've understood the pointers. I hope you've understood how to approach such passages and how to skip the redundant portions, how to interpret lines, and how to assume unless a question on assumption, how not to assume unless a question on assumption is asked, right? How to just learn to remain, very limited to the data given in the passage. And yes, students, please try to not rely so much on background information, right? Just being limited to the passage, practicing a lot of inference and specific detailed questions, strengthen, weaken, assumption questions will be very helpful for logical reasoning section, and you can automatically improve more on it, right? So if you still have any queries, any doubts, you can reach out to us on our social media channels. We are there on every social media platform, and you can also let us know how you feel about the video in the comment section. Thank you so much. Have a great day.